Also, in extreme cases that we may need really large numbers, we can use a long. A long size bit is 64 bits, so that's extremely large. Now, here's one thing. All variables initialized with integer value. So if I say, for instance, a val number like this, and I'm going to set this to 1, automatically this is an integer because we are explicitly saying that number will hold 1. So it's an integer. However, if I, for some reason, end up saying something like this, val, and I say 1 long, and give it, say, 1, and add L, this is no longer an integer, right? This 1 long here is actually going to be a long value. Same thing, if I went to and say L, this is no longer an integer because this will be represented internally as a long. So if you put an L, that would mean this is a long value. Okay? But the great thing about Kotlin is that all variables initialized with integer values not exceeding the maximum value of integer, so in this case 32 bits, have the inferred type int, right? So if the initial value exceeds this value, then the type is long, right? So we can specify the type putting L to say this is a long, or it will be inferred if the value we are adding here is really large, bigger than what an integer could fit. So the moral of the story is that if you really need big numbers, of course you're going to use longs. But like I said, in most cases, you'll be fine with the integers. All right. A lot of theory, but I think it's important at least to have some ideas of what these types do and what they carry. And of course, I'm not going into full details of these concepts, but what you can do, you can actually do some research about Kotlin types, basic types as they're called, and you can learn more about them.